First up is Gloria, with an unusual piece she hopes will rub the dealers up the right way.
Today I've brought you something that will make you feel good. It's electrical and it's got a speed. You can put it really slow or really fast.
Before facing the dealers, Gloria is having her item valued by expert Simon, who has been in the auction business for more than 30 years.
Well, this is either a torturous instrument...
It looks a bit serious, doesn't it?
What do you expect me to do? I expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
It does have that MI6 look, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Gloria, please, put us out of our misery. What have you got here?
A massager.
Oh, really? Where did you find it?
I think at a charity shop.
OK.
I think I paid £1 for it.
£1? Well, you've got a good starting base, haven't you? Because it could only go up.
It can only go up, hopefully.
I don't think it could go down. Let's ask Simon, the expert, what he has to say. Simon?
I quite like it. This is sort of almost like a Bakelite type unit, isn't it? With the dial there, so that you can adjust the intensity of the massage. It goes up to the mind-boggling speed of 100.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because if I had one, I want it to go to 110.
Just that extra bit.
Yeah.
This is the all-important business end.
Yeah.
And then we've got this sort of rubber nodule disc on there, which you'd place on, presumably, on your lower back.
It would just vibrate, probably.
Just but in a circular motion. And I've got all the info I need on the back there. So Cyclo Massage, model number 11, a Niagara product, which was the company that made it. Classic mid-50s.
Is there a market for this sort of thing?
It's that quirky element again, isn't it, we keep talking about? Great bit of fun.
Yeah.
And still functional.
So, Gloria, I think it's time to ask that all-important question. Would you like to ask him?
Simon, what is it worth?
Well, you're not going to make a loss, Gloria. I can confidently predict that. I think because it's in such original condition, I think you're going to be £30, £40. That's my feeling.
What do you say about that?
Well, you'll see.
You never know, you might...
I like a challenge.
When we're in that dealer's room, we need to push the fact that it's totally original, still in working order, and it's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's a bit of fun.
A bit of fun. Gloria, I want you to go in there and massage their egos and see if we can get it up to over £50. That would be good. Thank you very much for coming and bringing that in. It's great.
Thank you.
Perhaps you could change the little nodule thing on the top to different ones, couldn't you?
Look, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that looks slightly worse now, doesn't it?
I think I'll put it back on.
With Simon's expert tips under her belt, Gloria heads to the bidding room with her mid-century back massager.
It was quite intriguing, learning a lot about the massager. I can't go wrong, obviously, 'cause I paid so little for it.
With a love for quirky items, could Ian be interested in the gadget? Or maybe Adi, a fan of retro pieces?
Hiya.
Hello.
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 Wow, they look interesting.
And what is your name?
My name's Gloria.
Hello,
Gloria.
Gloria.
Hi.
Good to see
Nice
you.
to meet you all.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you
too.
too.
I
Go
love
on.
your-
Do you
Go on,
use
go
it
on.
for whatever it's meant to be
I've
used
not
for?
used it, but it does work. It's in perfect condition, I'm told.
It
It's
looks brand
electric.
new.
Do you collect this sort of thing?
Pardon?
Do you collect this sort of thing?
If I see something quite strange, I'll pick it up.
Well, you definitely found something strange.
Indeed.
It looks like a big, gigantic toothbrush.
Really?
I'm guessing it's some kind of... Well, I thought it was some kind of massage, but I mean, that's not...
That's what I was thinking.
I'll have a quick look. It does say massage on and off and got speeds. However, this like chrome device we've got here, that's quite appealing looking, really.
Yeah,
actually.
it is. It's very retro, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks like a sort of beauty machine. You're supposed to kind of stimulate your face. Have you seen it?
It stimulates
But-
the collagen, doesn't it?
Oh, is that what it does?
I think it
Oh,
does.
I don't
I
know.
think
No,
so.
no.
What?
But it's
Collagen, which makes you look young.
beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it exfoliate? Is it an exfoliator?
Why are you using all these big words? How much do you know what she's going on about? Gloria, I've got to ask, is it a toothbrush?
Certainly not. It take all your teeth out.
Go on, then.
Come on, then.
It's a massager, and it's actually older than all of you, I would imagine. It's 1950s. He was amazed at the condition. He said it was hardly being used, if at all. And it's very sturdy. It's just art, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'll give you that. It is, yeah. It's certainly quality. So come on then, who's going to start?
The massager has got the dealers all hot and bothered. So, can Gloria push them to bid higher than Simon's £30 to £40 valuation?
I'm going to start at £15.
Well, I'll go 20 just for the fun of it.
25.
What? Where did that come from?
Oh, now.
30.
It's a beautiful piece of equipment.
I'm going to pass on this one.
Come on, Tash.
No, it's
Oh,
not
no,
for me.
please.
It's not for me.
It's not my market, I'm afraid. I'm not going for it.
It's a shame you can't plug it in and see how it works. If you've got muscle problems, it does help.
Haven't you got a bad back?
Oh, God, yeah.
There you go then. Job
Well,
done.
Jane will do it for you.
I'll do it for you.
Would £40 buy it?
I will go £40.
Yeah, do we have a
Well
deal?
done.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I sold my massager, but they were completely overwhelmed
How much does Simon value it at?
at £30 to £40.
Okay.
Well done.
Well, considering I only paid £1 for it, I'm quite happy to have made some profit, and it's been quite an experience as well.
Cheers,
Gloria,
Gloria.
thank you. Great fun.
Thanks for
Well
coming.
done.
Bye-bye. See you later.
It's a great day.
I've plugged it in, I
Joy.
just need to switch it on.
Start it. No. Go on.
Yeah, shall I do it?
Yeah. Ooh. Quite powerful. You could have all sorts of fun with that.
The best 40 quid I've ever spent.
Next up is Vismantas, with a piece he hopes will awaken the dealer's sense of mystery.
An item I'm bringing in today is quite unusual, bizarre item, mysterious.
That's lovely, isn't it? It's Greek. Yes?
Yep. Yep.
And I would imagine quite old. I think we better ask Viz.
I think so.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Nigel.
You've brought something very special in today.
Oh, yes, I did, yes.
You have, certainly. And do you know anything about it yourself?
I think it is from northern Greece, late 18th, early 19th century. The picture represents like a life-giving font, if I'm correct.
OK. Well, let's turn to our expert, Simon, and he'll know.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got to be, it's almost like a healing font. You can see all these figures bringing the sick and the elderly to the healing waters.
Do you think this is an important piece of Greek
I can't
culture?
imagine this being in a sort of everyday house at the time. You can imagine it being in a grand house or even a religious house, a church, etc., really. It's of that quality and size.
It's almost a museum piece, isn't it?
It is, yeah, absolutely. But it's just stunning.
I mean, silly question, but collectible.
It is, but I mean, ones of this size very rarely turn up. But this, I mean, is a real wow.
It's lasted well.
It has,
It's
you know,
been kept-
yeah. And as I say, I mean, it's got to be late 18th. As Viz said, it might creep into the early 19th, but I can't see it being much later than that, to be honest.
No, so sort of roughly 200 years?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a very sort of narrow niche market, or has it got a wider appeal?
It is, yeah. It tends to be high-end. It's not the sort of thing you'll see creep up in a general auction very often. No. You've got to have a pretty decent bank account to get one like this.
Simon, how much do you think it is worth?
I had a figure in mind when we started talking about it, and I'm still on that figure. I had 1,200 in my head, and I haven't come down. I think 1,200 to 1,500 would be a fair estimate for it. But it's such quality. If it did do more, it wouldn't surprise me. But it just depends on next door.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to push the fact that it's late 18th, early 19th century. It's an absolute stunning piece representing this healing fountain. And, well, if they don't fall over themselves bidding on this, I'd be surprised.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.
This is going to light up the room, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am really confident that dealers will like my item. Simon gave me a really descriptive information and I'm really excited about it. Just bring it on.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow, this looks
Beautiful.
intriguing.
Very much
Nice.
so.
My name's Vismantas. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you
Pleased to
too.
meet you, sir.
How long have you had this?
Well, it's not actually mine. It's my father's-in-law. We had it like for a year or two. It was passed down from a wealthy person.
OK, so who was it that gave it to your father-in-law?
It was his boss, actually.
OK.
When he passed away, he gave it to him.
This was a gift for long-term service, sort of
That's
thing?
right, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It looks really early. It's got religious connotations here. And the frame I love. Is it sort of Middle Eastern?
Greek.
Greek.
Northern Greek.
Looks lovely.
Is it a solid piece?
It's got Corinthian columns here. It's one piece, yes. It's also signed here, HZ, and then something. Looks maybe Greek, is it, the writing?
Something like that, yes.
Partly because it's from the Mediterranean. I'm not that au fait on things from that area, but it's beautiful. It looks early.
Has this been cherished in your family?
Well, we took great care of it. When we were bringing back to UK, we booked additional seat just for it.
Did you?
Yes.
Of course. Wow.
Right.
That is careful.
So why are you selling it?
Well, we're not really into religious items. We're Catholic, so that's Orthodox.
OK.
So I think it's about early 18th century. So that's where I'd put it, but I might be wrong. It's quite a specialist thing, this. So how old have you been told it is?
It's over 200 years old.
Wow, that's good.
I think we need to start seeing where we can go on the bidding.
The ornate Greek icon seems to have impressed all the dealers. But with a valuation of £1,200 to £1,500, Vismantas will have to work hard to sell at that price.
We got to start somewhere, so we'll start it at 150.
I'll go 200.
250.
300.
300, okay.
350.
Okay.
Very quiet. I'd go 375.
80?
I'm going to go out because for me it's not old enough.
Anyone else?
Ian? 380.
I'm out. I don't have the clientele for this.
Trying to read your face as well.
This is it.
I'm out. Thank you.
Fair enough.
I think I might let you take it.
Do we have a deal at that price?
Unfortunately, no. I will have to refuse.
Are we way off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did Simon value this piece at?
Simon valued it at 1,200.
I'm so sorry we haven't been able to offer you what you wanted, but thanks for bringing it in. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Sadly, my icon didn't sell today. Really gutted. But I had a great experience, and I'll try somewhere else.
Next up is Dan from Wales, with two objects he hopes will seduce the dealers into spending big.
The items I'm bringing in today, they're old, maybe used by a dressmaker, maybe Victorian.
I'm lost for words, and it doesn't often happen to me.
No, it doesn't. That's true.
Maybe we should ask Dan. Hello.
Hi there.
I was lost for words. Where did you find them?
We were doing a shop refurb. Yeah, I asked permission to take these particular items that took my fancy and basically saved them from being a skip.
You took them home?
I took them home.
Let's ask Simon. He's the expert. He'll know where they came from.
See, I love people that, like Dan, that save these things from the skip, you know?
Yeah.
But how many would have ended up in the skip?
Quite a few.
If we turn it round, we can see the back. I mean, basically looking at a sort of papier-mâché type carcass, for want of a better word.
Yep.
And then covered in a plaster. Date-wise, they're difficult to date, but I'm going to hedge my bets and say probably early 1900s, that sort of date, you know? Maybe even into late 18s. But we tended to find that after the sort of 1920s, they tend to be more sort of plaster on a solid body rather than the papier-mâché.
Oh, right. So they are quite old.
This one's slightly different in design, isn't it? More of a sort of half-torso, but again, the same...
It's got
setup
possible
behind.
expandable inside.
Yes, that would be for presumably the length of the dress or the length of the top or whatever.
They were mass-produced?
Well, yeah, to a point. I mean, every sort of decent clothes shop of the day would have to have a certain amount of mannequins to display their wares, wouldn't they, in the big shop windows?
Simon, how much are they worth?
I'm going to surprise you, honestly. I mean, these are in vogue and what the market wants. Therefore, I'm going to say Dan should be looking at 80 to 120 quid.
What a result if you got that. Would it be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, thanks very much for bringing them in. They've been fun things, and you'll have fun in the dealer's room, I'm sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I feel very confident in what Simon said. I'll try and get a bit of banter going in there and try and get them to bid against each other as best as I can, really.
Here we are, the engine room of the bidding room.
Hello, Nigel.
Hello. How are we all?
Good.
Very well.
Good.
I've got
Better
Dan
to seeing
here.
you.
Dan's brought
Hello.
something... I don't know really how to describe it.
Well, uncover it.
OK,
Come on, uncover it, Nigel.
OK, I have to be quite delicate with this because they are quite delicate. Here we go.
Not quite the tractor and trailer I thought.
There we are.
Wow, fun.
Hey.
I did think that this could make a wonderful lamp.
Your
AD.
bedside lamp.
What do you think?
Bedside
Imagine
lamp,
that
perfect.
on a stand. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of these wonderful people.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to bid lots of money for these because they're very, very, very decorative. Tell the
you,
story.
Nigel.
It's a good story.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Nigel.
See you later.
You too.
So, Dan, these are absolutely fantastic. So they look like a fiberglass, I would think.
40s, 50s, or...?
Yeah, I think so. Possibly 60s at a push. And we've got some adjustment there which could be used. It's like an old string, bit of string there, which is almost gives that little bit of give on a waist. A little bit of bit of damage there, but they're screaming vintage 40s, 50s, 60s.
God, they look really delicate.
Yeah, that one looks deco, doesn't it?
Oh, look at that waist. It's tiny waist.
Stunning
You tell
wasp.
Yeah, yeah.
A bit like a wasp
Tiny.
waist.
Wasp
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think more towards kind of the 21st century, that we have more shape in our mannequins now.
I think this one is probably early 40s, late 30s, and that one's 50s for me. But they're both very decorative. Could use them in a number of ways. And yeah, shop fittings always sell.
The shape's great. I mean, I specialise in French fabrics and materials, and this is right up my street, just to let you know. Really, really cool. And this is the sort of stuff we drive thousands of miles in France looking for, and it's really nice just to give you a bit of a heads up. Dan, what are you going to do with the money if you sell them, when you sell them today?
Depending on how much I get for them, probably take the wife for a meal.
Is that
Fantastic. Dan, I think between us we now know enough about these things for us to start the bidding and get you and your wife on a meal.
AD and the other dealers seem to be taken with the mannequins. Time to see if Dan can top Simon's valuation of 80 to 120 pounds.
So I'm going to start you off with egg and chips at 20 quid.
And I'll start him with a kebab at 25.
I'll go up to 40.
I'll go 50.
Trying to head for a curry, yeah?
60.
OK.
100.
105.
110.
I'll go 115.
120.
125.
That's not bad.
That's my last bid.
I'll go 130.
I'm not going to bid any more on this, I'm afraid, Dan.
That's fine.
They're right where I wanted to be, so I think I'm going to go out.
I don't think they're quite what I could do, what I'd like to do with them, and I think I'm going to leave it to you, so I'm out as well.
So do we have a deal at 130?
140. You're not having them.
I'm not going to go silly on them either.
You're not having them.
Just put your foot down, Jane.
But I am going to go 145.
150.
160. Let me have them.
170.
I'll go one more, 175.
Dan. I know what I can do with them, and I know what Jane can do with them, and she's probably the best person to buy them. But I'll go 180.
You can have them at that.
Dan, do we have a deal at 180?
You sure?
185.
Or do you go again?
No.
190.
195. And what are you going to do?
200 quid. And now we're getting silly.
You need to say yes quickly.
200. Do we have a deal?
Sorry, Dan, that's it for me.
There's a deal.
Fantastic! Thank you so much. Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm really pleased at the sale today with the mannequins. Really chuffed.
You played a blinder. Well done. What did Simon value them at?
From about 80 to 120 pounds.
Did he really? You played it well.
Cheers.
Well done.
Mind blowing. Brilliant. That is just absolutely the look, the style. It's just
That
bang
one
on.
is nice.
That one's
It's
lovely.
bang on. Absolutely bang on.
Next in is regular auction goer Kath, who's decided to turn the tables and test her sales skills.
It's something decorative. It's a popular brand, very collectible, and it's a unique piece.
Look at this little beauty.
Isn't it just?
I mean, small, perfectly formed. And, I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable about pottery, but I know something about this person.
Do you?
I think so.
Yes, yeah. It is almost very sort of, you instantly know who it's by.
Yeah. But we'll find out more. Let's have a word with Kath. Hello, Kath.
Hello.
Thank you for bringing this little pretty thing in. Tell me all about it.
I picked it up in a general sale at the auction. I go quite regular with my mum.
Yeah.
You don't normally find the Moorcroft in the general sales. It tends to be in the fine art sales, but they had about 5 or 6 pieces. And I like that one because it said it was a trial piece and it was different to the rest. So
you know about Moorcroft?
Not really. I'm not a specialist, but I just liked it.
You did bid on it, and
Well,
what did you...
I didn't actually have any intention of bidding on it, but it wasn't making a lot of money, so I sort of bid on it at the last minute.
And what did you buy it for?
I paid 55 plus commission. It was about £67.
You collect things in order to sell and make
I do,
profit?
yes. It's a hobby, a little hobby I have.
Oh, fantastic. Now, what do you hope to get?
I'm hoping to get 110 for it.
OK. And with that money, you would buy something else?
Something else, probably,
Take
yes.
your mum along.
Yes.
Day out. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask Simon, our expert, what he thinks, shall we?
Okay.
Simon?
Well, I think you bought well, to be honest. You're quite right. It is a trial piece. The wonderful thing with Moorcroft, of course, is that they're always fantastically marked underneath. So we've got all the info we need there. Trial piece. I don't know. There is a little artist cipher on there as well, but I'm not familiar with that one, I must admit. Even the exact date, Nigel, 7th of January 1999.
So you couldn't say this is an antique, then?
No, I couldn't. So it's just over the 20 years old. But that's the beauty of Moorcroft. You know, we can be talking about Moorcroft from 1900. We can be talking about Moorcroft from 2020. The glazes have slightly changed, obviously, in the production methods, etc. But essentially, you just know a piece of Moorcroft.
Was there a chap called Moorcroft who started all this?
Yes.
It makes sense,
It makes sense, doesn't it?
A few years ago, though.
Yes, it was Mr. William Moorcroft, yes. And he started off with McIntyre and Company in 1897 and then sort of branched out on his own in the very early 1900s. And since then, the family has sort of grown and grown and grown. I'm looking at the design, Nigel. It's very much sort of... I noticed we've got the little blackberries there. It's almost like an autumn one. It makes me think perhaps they might have done a Four Seasons set. and this might have been a trial piece for the autumn one.
And trial piece means exactly that. They sort of make it.
They just sort of did them to sort of see if the form was right, see if the colours were right, the glaze, etc., etc.
Does that make it more collectible?
Well, yes. A lot of these never went into full production. Again, the beauty of Moorcroft is you've got collectors of the antique Moorcroft, but you've also got a dedicated following for the modern Moorcroft.
Now is the time, I think, Kath, for us to find out from our expert Simon how much he thinks this is worth.
Well, modern Moorcroft is not an exact science to a lot of people. I mean, I think you've bought very well, Kath, to be honest, at, what was it, £67 all in, thereabouts. I think you'll do your 100, you know. I think you'll do your 100. You might be able to squeeze them for a bit more. But I think when you go into that dealer's room, they'll immediately know, obviously, that it's a modern piece, but you want to push the fact of its rarity value, that it's one of one of three, one of only a handful done, that it might be one of the Four Seasons series vases. Condition is perfect. Good collectible name in Moorcroft. And £100 for a rare piece of Moorcroft, it's not a lot of money, really, is it?
No. Thank you so much, Kath. Good luck.
Okay,
I think you're going to
thanks.
make 110, but I'm often wrong.
No, I hope you're not.
Good. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right, thank you. I'd like to get £110 minimum for it. I'll just target all the experts, I think, and just see if I can get the price pushed up as the fact it's a collectible and it's extremely rare.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
And what is your name?
Kath.
Wow,
Look.
that's pretty.
That's really pretty.
Oh, is that a bit of Moorcroft or
It
not?
is a bit of Moorcroft. It
Is
says
it
Moorcroft
really?
on the bottom, yeah.
Your face is lit up. No, I'm not a great collector of pottery, but I do like Moorcroft. Beautiful glaze. Look at the colours. Bordering on Art Nouveau design.
Yeah.
We've got Moorcroft, but we've got Trial. 7th of the 1st, 99. So that makes me think possibly, you would hope, limited numbers, whichever way you look at it, wouldn't you?
I guess it's a trial of that style, I guess. I'm guessing. I mean, it's very beautiful.
Well, from what I've been led to believe, it could be just a one-off or a one of three that they make to try a new design.
But I think the fact that you've got markings on that telling you that it's a trial, it's dated, it's marked, it's giving it some provenance as well.
The colours are refreshing, though, aren't they, Tash? Because a lot of it's quite heavy.
I mean, I think it would fit into a modern home or an equally
Yeah,
an
no,
old
I
home.
agree with
without
you.
a doubt,
No,
yeah.
absolutely, I agree with you.
I mean, Simon said to me that it's a rare piece, and it's in fantastic condition.
I think we should start the bidding.
Unique and one-off are the golden words to our dealers. So, can Kath push them over Simon's £100 valuation?
I'll kick you off at £10.
Good start. I like a nice low
I
start.
think I could be here a while.
I'll go 50 quid on it.
Shut us all up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's worth more than that, yeah. It's in perfect condition as well.
It's too late for me, date-wise, but it's very pretty.
It's a trial piece. It's a cool piece.
I know it is, well, that's why you deserve it.
No, you're a bit off yet, I'm afraid.
Oh,
yeah, I know it's worth more than that just because of its rarity value.
All right, well, let's go 60 then.
Little bit more would do.
Little bit more.
No, yeah, a bit more. Keep going. You're getting slowly nearer. You're getting slowly nearer.
Painfully nearer.
Yeah, this is not my thing at all, so sorry, I'm not bidding.
I'd go 80 on it.
It's been done, he thought it had been done as a series for the seasons, Simon did, but he's pretty sure it's never been put into production.
I've never seen it before, I have to say.
No, I haven't.
Would £100 buy it?
Not quite, no.
OK, based on that, I'm going to say that I'm out.
OK.
I'm faltering at 100 because I'd like to see it 2 figures, not 3, to be fair. Am I convincing? No.
No.
105.
120. And
That's
I'm
more like it.
very, very close. I wouldn't want to go anymore. I'd give you 120.
I think he's pipped me to the post. I think it might be down to 80.
Do we have a deal at 120?
You have a deal at
Kath,
120.
you're my star of the day. Fantastic.
It was quite tough, but it turned into a bit of a battle between Adi and Ian, and Adi gave me a little bit more than I would have taken, so I was really pleased.
So, Kath, what did Simon value it at?
He said 100 to 110,
Okay.
so I would have accepted 110.
I nearly said 110, but I knew I hadn't got any £10 note. Right, Kath, that's fantastic. Brilliant.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks.
Great to meet you.
Well done, Kath.
Thank you.
Nice piece.
Do you know
Really
what?
pretty.
When it came in, I thought, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it. And then I bought it.
And then you bought it.
I did. And
It's easy.
I can't resist it.
Do a bit of research on it, if it's a trial.
No, I don't do research on anything.
Well, you should.
No, I don't care. Just somebody will get a nice piece, won't they, for a bit of a profit? So
Yeah.
Last up is Jonathan. With a piece he hopes the dealers will climb over each other to win.
I'm brought in today a wooden item which has metal sides, which you can put in a boot of a coach, get it out the boot, and you can actually reach great heights with it.
Good morning.
How are you?
John, we don't know what this is.
It's to do with the motor trade,
Oh, yes.
and it opens up.
Does it?
Yeah.
Should we try?
Yeah, please do.
What?
Be careful, don't jam your fingers.
Oh, right.
What do you think it is now?
And then it's a step ladder.
It's a Sharabang ladder.
Sharabang ladder.
Sharabang.
Sharabang meaning car.
As in Sharabang outing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the hooks on the end.
Yeah. So you you hook it up like at the top of the car,
Yeah.
like so, and, and there it hooks up, and you climb up there.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have this bit before he collapses on me. Oh, that's great. That's a wonderful bit of kit. And it's been with you for how many years?
I bought it 40 years ago in auction for £5.
So you brought it here today to sell?
A friend of mine died of asbestos cancer last year, and we're raising money over the next 6 months to try and boost the charity.
Oh, that's great. Now, we might as well ask Simon, what do you think?
I mean, it's in a way it's so simple, but it's so effective, isn't it? And it's that sort of typical. I'm guessing it's got to be early 1900s, hasn't it, John? In
That's
dates.
correct.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Totally original condition. All the iron hinges, etc., and the rungs—they're all the original. To be honest, it's as fresh as the day it was made. Oh, I'm really fascinated, but I've never had one to sell. Never had one to sell.
Who made this, do you think?
That's a good question.
There's something here.
Have you found something
Yeah.
there?
And it says, it's very difficult to read, Derby something.
Yeah,
Can't
well,
really read it.
No, yeah, so it'd be Derby, of course, synonymous with the motor trade if we go to,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we think of Rolls-Royce.
Well, Rolls-Royce did make Sharabangs.
Yeah. So there
Did
we
they?
go.
John, now's the time to ask that question, I think.
Simon, what's it worth?
I absolutely love it, honestly. I think it's great. I've never sold one in 30 plus years. I don't know when I'll see another one. And in that respect, if it was me next door, I'd happily throw 40, 50, 60 pound at it. So it's got to be 40 to 60 pounds.
Right.
Of
Do
anybody.
you think I could push them to a little bit more?
I think you can,
could,
you know.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think there are...
With the Derby and the Rolls-Royce maybe connection?
Well, yeah, push that side of it because
Yeah.
that is a good connection to sort of go on.
So, John, I think what you should do is fold it all up, put it on the table, and let them work out what it is.
Fantastic.
That'd be great. Anyway, thank you very much for bringing it, John.
And thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. So, this could be handy for you. Do you need DIY at home?
No. Hopeless. Hopeless, absolutely. No, a bulb, that's my limit.
Simon reckons I could get about £50 for it. I reckon I can get 150. I'm feeling very confident.
It's time for Jonathan to face the dealers, including Adi, who loves quirky pieces, and retro connoisseur Tash.
Hiya.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
How you doing?
I brought you something special.
Wow.
Ooh. Interesting.
It does bite when you open it up, so be careful. I've brought you a very special item.
Don't tell us too much.
From the motor trade?
Motor trade.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ian, why don't you have a look at this?
Yeah, go on. I'll have a little
Go
mooch.
for it. Don't break it.
Simon has never seen one before.
Wow. Well, it's robust enough, isn't it?
What do you think?
Keep going.
Well, I think it's great, but I don't know what it is yet.
Fold that out. Fold them both out, Ian. This should fold all the way. Not that I know what it is. And go again.
There.
Any idea yet?
Massive hinges.
Oh.
Ah.
What is that? Oh my God!
It's a ladder.
It's a ladder.
It's a ladder.
It's for a TIR trailer, isn't it? It's for getting in the back of a...
Very simple.
Wow.
Well, it's similar to... I mean, I've got a coaching ladder, which would have been for carriages. So would it be for getting passengers up onto a higher level?
This one probably wasn't.
Right.
But the shorter version was.
Right.
But that's going to be the top, because you've got the hooks there.
Oh.
It needs to come towards you to hold it straight, if you like.
Oh, OK.
Imagine the hooks.
Oh, so it hooks on from the top.
The hooks,
Hello.
The hooks will actually hook onto the vehicle.
So the oh, I see.
Yeah,
so
you're meant to turn it that way.
that way.
Yeah.
You're going to hook it on the vehicle there.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's quite a high.
Wouldn't it be great if I could... If I
So
could...
what kind of vehicle?
Have you ever been on a charabanc outing?
No.
I don't think so.
I can't believe I'm that old.
So exactly what is a charabanc?
A charabanc is a coach
OK.
that people used to have outings on.
They were quite basic, weren't they?
You'd use this ladder to get the luggage down from the top.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay.
it's for putting the luggage on the roof, I
There
guess.
are shorter versions of it which they used to climb up into the seats because it was only bench seating. There is something very interesting on it which Simon picked up, which I've never noticed before, is a Derby stamp on it. And who makes charabancs in Derby in 1920 was Rolls-Royce.
OK.
OK.
Okay.
Do you know what? The market for this is going to be strong because it's... As soon as you mention motor trade, as soon as you mention coaches, buses, anything to do with that, there's a market. And I've never seen one. It's a cool item, really cool.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
OK, well, let's try and get the bidding underway.
With interest from all the dealers, Jonathan is well placed to push them above the £40 to £60 valuation.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to start it off with a measly 50 quid.
I'll go 60.
Thank you.
And I'll go 70.
I'll give you 90.
Thank you very much.
100.
110.
Lovely.
120.
130.
140.
Stop
Lovely.
it.
Sorry, I like it.
150, you stop it.
160. Pack up.
It will take your weight.
I absolutely don't doubt it.
Thank you.
You're such an optimist.
Oh, absolutely. I'm full confident of it. Yeah. All solid, lovely, solid, original ladder.
Where are we? We've lost it.
You're on
Come on.
170 with you.
170 with me, so it's mine then.
I'll just push him on 10.
You have! You
Thank
have!
you very much. Well
Well,
done.
I'll take it. 170 with 170
Thank
is
you.
mine then.
175, did you say?
Got an auctioneer in the room.
He's turned into an
170.
auctioneer. isn't he?
170, thank you very much.
180.
And who's going to do the 200? Come on. It's
Come
for a
on,
good
Ian.
cause.
Jonathan.
200? Thank you. Thank you very much. So, a little hard of hearing. I heard a murmur and I thought that was a bed. Sorry.
I think she only scratched her nose.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Are you in at 200 then, Tash?
You're the motoring man, really, mate.
Come on, AG.
210!
220?
Yeah, I'll give you 220.
220.
I'll give you 225.
225? Any more?
Yeah, 230.
230.
Gosh.
Have I got 235? Thank you. Well, 235 I got.
240 for goodwill.
250.
It has been said.
I got 250 over there now.
I'm out now, I'm afraid.
You're out, are you?
Ian
Bless
hasn't
you.
got
Thank
sorry.
you very
enough
much
money.
indeed.
Ian
I'll
hasn't
push
got
them
enough
up
money, don't
for
worry.
you.
Are you in or out?
I'm watching
You're out,
now.
are you?
I'm
Bless you.
spectating.
So us two again.
Just the two of them.
You know who's gonna win it.
255.
Ian, you've just bought yourself a ladder.
Have I indeed? One of
No,
them.
no, I'm out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank
No.
you very, very much indeed.
I think you've done very
I do
well.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. 255.
260.
Bless you. 260. Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
265.
I'll give you 270.
275.
280.
280. Thank
I
you
knew
ever
that
so
was
much.
coming.
You are lovely.
There's only one figure this can reach now. Come on, guys.
Yeah, go on, 300.
£300 I have. Thank you ever so much.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jonathan, that is my final offer. Are we on to a roller?
We are. Now, if I could, I'd shake your hand. I'm so happy that we've raised £300 from our ladder, which cost us £5 40 years ago. Really great day, fantastic day. Simon said he's never seen one before.
And what did he value it at?
He valued it at £60 to £70.
No way.
Fantastic, brilliant.
Bless you, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.